Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
The campaign can wait. For now, carnage calls.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Butcher's Circus here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. On today's episode, or on this episode, I will try to go with the original group of 4 heroes you can get when you start your Darkest Dungeon experience. So we are gonna go Crusader Highwayman, Plague Doctor, and Vestal. Now, I know this is not exactly like the endless run type of deal or something, but we are working with lots of squishy targets here. Nobody can theoretically guard the Vestal, and therefore I am really interested to see what can we do when most of the enemy combatants are actually utilizing massive bleed, massive blight, if the Plague Doctor can help, if the Vestal can provide some sustain, and if the Highwayman and the Crusader can deal enough damage to potentially win the engagement. So let's try and take a look at it and potentially equip some trinkets. Okay, so we are gonna go with the protection and added damage. Here I'm actually thinking we are gonna deal some more bleed, and I'm gonna go with the increased accuracy too. With our lovely Vestal, I'm gonna try to make her as helpful when it comes to healing as possible. And when it comes to the Plague Doctor, I'm thinking I'm going to utilize these class-specific trinkets, and here is the option to potentially try to do something else. What talents do I want to go with? So that's a buff, that's battlefield medicine, and that's 2 plague abilities. This is a really good buff. I'm not sure if I would want to switch it for the incision, but if I would go for that, my idea would be to potentially do this because it's a melee attack, and this can potentially, plus with the bleed, add some potential blight. But the problem is the positioning of the Plague Doctor. You know what, let's go like this. I'm not gonna give him more of a Death's Door resist. If we get there, we get there. If we lose him, we lose him. This is for purposes of trying to figure out what potential groups might be super efficient, what groups are definitely a huge no-no. Obviously, I suck at, for example, utilizing the Flagellant, as you were able to see. However, I'm quite sure there is someone who will be able to showcase a extreme proficiency in the use of this class, so who knows. Anyhow, let's see how well do I manage to pull this off. So the opponent is actually starting off in this combat engagement, and yet again we have a huge amount of enemy members who can deal bleed, as you are able to see. So what I'm actually starting to think is I'm gonna go with the Duelist Advance, and I don't care that basically I missed. The thing is here that if he's gonna go with the AoE attack, most likely I will be able to do some damage back or something. Okay, let's go with the battlefield medicine for our lovely Vestal. I'm guessing that he's gonna... Okay, he actually doesn't have the attack for the back row. So interesting layout here.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
You know what? Let's go with AoE heal. So I'm guessing with the Bounty Hunter or the Houndmaster, he's gonna try to punish our Vestal, potentially. Who knows? He has the heal on the Occultist. He can move around the party members. Not really sure if that was a smart choice, but sure. I mean, that's a minus 20 dodge, so that will obviously do something. Question is,
Now.
how do you want to approach this? I could have gone with potential battlefield medicine, but the bleed is not so horrible right now. So let's see if I can milk this somehow. I'm guessing he will try to move maybe the Vestal to the front position. That is a serious hit. Because she is marked and he has the boost versus the marked heroes. Also, I think he might try to go with Houndmaster potentially against the Highwayman just because he is marked. But who knows, he will probably try to avoid the attack being placed back against them. And let's see. So that would be Vestal.
Hold fast or expire.
That might be a stun. That's a stun.
Unanswered.
That's a really nasty stun. I'm actually gonna remain in the first position. I'm gonna try to apply some bleed here. Because you never know with the occultist when it comes to heals, you can also apply bleed potentially. Okay, he's actually not healing his Houndmaster, and his Houndmaster also does not have a self-healing ability. So how do we want to do this?
Act now.
I'm actually thinking about the battlefield medicine use right now. These are all some interesting choices and possibilities what you can do here. It's obviously a smart choice. And here I'm actually gonna reposition so that she's at least in the second place. So now that's 2 party members of the enemy who are at the death's door. I'm guessing he will try to go after the Vestal. Smart choice. And here is the question. If I want to go with Holy Lance and potentially try to kill the Houndmaster, it was worth a shot. Otherwise I would go with either stress heal or heal for the Vestal. But potentially the Houndmaster can still attack the Vestal because she is marked, that will deal additional damage.
As life ebbs,
And she is stunned, so she cannot do anything.
reveal themselves.
So next round, potentially, if he goes first, he can kill the Vestal. Unless the Ankh of Life will provide sufficient survivability.
Festering fear.
Okay, let's do this, and please, however, let me use the battlefield medicine. That removes the entire bleed and gets her out of the death's door. Which means, sure, the Houndmaster or the Bounty Hunter can still attack the Vestal. Okay. I'm not sure what is the possibility for you to reach the positive affliction when it comes to the engagements. I'm quite sure there might be some trinkets for the virtue, but who knows? I have not seen them yet, so do let me know in the comment section what is your experience so far when it comes to managing stress. Because when it comes to, for example, people using gestures, I have not seen them use the battlefield ballad to reduce the stress levels.
Continue the onslaught.
And that would be a first party member who is out of the party. And how do we want to do this? I mean, they are already afflicted.
The reveling throng demands its portion.
Let's go with a heal. So here we are actually getting to the death's door by the Plague Doctor, or the Occultist, sorry for that. I'm quite sure he might try to self-sustain himself, because the Bounty Hunter has the restoration applied to him. Or he will go for the vulnerability hacks. Interesting option. My idea is to potentially use the Blight here. He is still having the repose active for this round, but next round it's no longer affected. That was a nice critical, really nice critical, and that's a serious bleed. So we are gonna go and heal the Highwayman. 85, 58, 55, 61. Surprisingly enough, the Flagellant is the one with the least amount of stress. That's so fun. I might try to use the point blank shot, or potentially just put more bleed onto him. It's Flagellant. This is tough cookie to crack, because he can manage quite a lot of stuff if you manage him properly, of course. You see? Now, I am thinking that we will remove the bleed on the Highwayman. I could have gone with the Plague Grenade, but I mean, this is gonna almost negate each other out. He will not get anywhere close to death's door. That's perfectly fine if you switch around. As long as you keep healing my party, I'm fine. Now, however, the Bounty Hunter no longer has the restoration. So since he is actually removing or reducing the stress on the Crusader,
Self-preservation is power.
I'm gonna actually be just dealing supporting stuff with him. That's a massive, massive critical. Not sure how the days will affect, but let's reduce some stress here.
Returns even the boldest gaze.
I'm gonna try to go with AoE heal. Cannot guarantee everyone will accept it. We have a hopeless party member. That might be that store, that is a death store, and he is at that store, but that does not mean they will die.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Come on, buddy.
Patched up,
Beautiful.
if only to bleed again.
With the highwayman or with the plague doctor, I will definitely attack whomever I can. He is playing the smart. This is some great choice of talents. But it will not help for too much. We are able to do a couple of things. Like stack up more blight. I can now use even the incision.
The horror.
149, 121. So obviously sustain is not that much of an issue, it's just now a question of how to efficiently eliminate the remaining enemy members. Because I'm really starting to feel like maybe trying to deal stress is more efficient rather than just dealing the HP related damage. Not really sure what is the possibility for me to get to death's door when the party member is at the death's door and his stress is 145 compared to 14. Let's see. Okay, so they did get some restored HP, but they will soon again get to the death's door. I was really hoping that would work. Also, he did not have any debuffs currently. The Houndmaster's corpse is gone. Yeah, it's really starting to bug me. One more round. Really wanna get rid of the rest of these guys. The thing is that he can still potentially win this somehow. I'm quite sure of that. I mean, the Plague Doctor can reach Heart Attack and die. Vestal can be moved forward. And potentially do this. And negate the entire process. I was really hoping you would die finally, buddy. Now I'm quite sure he will try to do something to heal the party or to potentially attack, but I'm quite sure trying to provide some self-sustain to the party would be more interesting. 168, 135. Wow, really?
A momentary abatement.
Is there nothing that can kill the enemy at this point? You know what? Let's put some blight on the Flagellant too. Beautiful hit. So this has obviously restored their HP. They will not get to the death's door. So this will keep them in the combat for a much longer time. Question is, how much longer? Okay, so she's obviously marked, so yeah, that's not really good. I'm quite sure he will try to go with the bounty hunter and utilize probably we finish him at the Vestal. Yep.
Ringing ears.
That's smart.
Blurred vision.
194 stress. Let's try to use Battlefield Medicine, and if we won't go with the Crusader to remove some of the stress, she will get a heart attack and potentially die. That's a massive critical. So I'm guessing it's your turn, beautiful. It's a heart attack. He's gonna try to, again, replicate the process. I'm gonna heal her. I know it's annoying, but now he cannot utilize finish him, so most likely he will use the come hither or just try to attack one of these three. Yep. Okay, let's see if some incisions will do the trick. Unfortunately, not so lucky there. We still have the possibility here. That was just bad, because I really wanted to use the stress heal on the Plague Doctor for obvious reason.
Their formation is broken. Maintain
And now it's a definite win. At this point, there is nothing that can be changed. Sure, the Plague Doctor can reach heart attack and get to death's door. Sure, the Vestal can do the same. So that's a heart attack. That's a death's door. She can, or he can refuse that. He can potentially dodge the judgment. Let's see. Now it's just a question of who does what.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
And now he will be selfish, so he might try to do some dumb stuff too. Obviously, I'm not that well skilled in the stress version of this thing, so I'm trying to go for the old school kill him with 1,000 cuts type of playstyle, because I keep playing against the NPCs. 180, 155. That's 6, that's 4, that's potentially death, who knows? Yeah.
Another life wasted.
Yeah, he can definitely kill with the weakening curse. Don't see any issue with that. But at the end, it was just a question of time at this point.
A cacophony of bloodthirsty delight.
So thank you for the match. Obviously, it's much more fun to play against actual people compared to
Trinkets and trophies are yours to claim.
freaking NPCs. So that's that. Hunter's Charm is awesome. We can potentially use this, the Brawler's Ornament. Let's go take a look at how it works. I might potentially try to do another episode with the same composition. This time I got lucky, but we are working with 3 super squishy party members, and you were able to see how the stress was just going up. So, I mean, I don't know if I have Minus 15. Plus 22 virtue chance. Okay. Interesting. So potentially what you can try to do is potentially use this weird liquor and also the trumpet thingy. I'm not gonna try to pronounce this, it's gonna be total nightmare in the editing. Anyhow, let's go take a look at the ornament which I received. I'm gonna try to maybe switch around for the next episode the trinkets. Okay, interesting. If I, however, do that, I cannot utilize the wolf, and none of these are yet unlocked for me. Yeah, I don't like this at all. The mosquitoes are cool. I really like the wolf. This is just not working. This is cool. Yeah, this is just... I'm not really a huge fan. And here... I'm really not feeling this. This is just bad. The crow looks cool, but... I don't know, I really like this head. And this just works for me for now, so we are gonna go like this. And yeah, for more fun content, please consider subscribing to the channel. I publish episodes 5 days a week. And on all sorts of topics, discussions, early game impressions, all sorts of fun stuff. So check out the channel, leave a comment, and I will see you at the next one or in the comments. Stay safe, have fun, bye bye.